Hey guys, it's DuVäl and welcome back to the channel. All right, so today I want to focus on 5 simple tips on how to help you start your design project. So no matter what it is, whether it's your bedroom, your dining room, your living room, your basement, I want to give you 5 simple steps that I use in creating the most amazing space ever. All right, guys, tip number 1. What I always do is I always start with inspiration. So as much as you can get, you want to look on Pinterest, Houzz, Google, ask your friends, check out magazines, anything that you can think of that can inspire you. Check your own pictures, look through the places you've traveled to, the hotels you've stayed in, even think of your own wardrobe. What are the color palettes that you like to wear? What makes you feel good and fresh and cool? Those are the things I want us to all start with. We want to first start by being inspired. All right, tip number 2, I usually start with going with my furniture plan first. I always like to design the furniture layout and how the room is really going to function before I think about adding color, design elements, etc. And when I start the floor plan, let's say for, again, a dining room, a living room, a bedroom, I usually like to start with the area rug first. This kind of helps me kind of ground the space. I get an idea of where everything is going to go, how the room will function, where the conversation space will be. This is also super helpful if you're starting with a space that is larger and you have multiple conversation spaces. That was the 3rd clip, by the way, in order for you to make the space feel complete and full. I forgot what step number 3 is. Furniture, color palette? Yeah, okay. All right, step number 3 is then my color palette. So I start to think about all of the images that I have. Is there a thread through those images where there's particular colors that are being used? Do I see a lot of blues, a lot of greens, a lot of warmer colors like red and orange? Then I think about where are those colors going to go? Am I gonna have it on the wall? Do I want my sofa to be a standout piece? Do I want the pop of color in the area rug? Or the decorative piece is going to be my punch of interest? The artwork, the accessories, the floral arrangements. I think about the color in all of the areas that I have designed for. So the sofa, the table, the chairs, etc. For the 4th idea and the 4th stage, I like to then think about my budget. And I know that a lot of people don't want to do this, but I think it makes a huge difference when you're thinking about your space because I like to be a respecter of budgets. You've worked very hard for your money and I want you to be able to spend it wisely and be left with something at the end of the day. Sounds good? So all of the furniture pieces that you've put into place, again, the sofa, the end table, the table lamp, the floor lamp, all of those things, we're gonna designate a budget for it. If you're not sure of what the budget's gonna be, Google a few things. How much is a table lamp? How much are people spending for a sofa? What is a good cost for an area rug? When you put all of those things together, you're gonna decide, is this a good working budget for me or do I need to scale back? Or hey, I have a lot more money I can spend and we wanna put it everywhere. Think about that. All right, guys, for the 5th and final stage, I then start thinking about the vendors that I want to work with. I want to think about, can I afford this vendor over here who may be mid to high range, or do I want to be able to afford, things from Amazon and Wayfair, which they can have very good product in. So I start thinking about not only the furniture, the colors, and the pieces that I'm using, but where am I going to go to get those pieces? I like to think about time frames, availability, and I want to make sure that everything kind of partners well and it's very cohesive. Does that make sense? So those are our 5 stages. Again, I like to start with inspiration. I then go to my furniture layout. I would then go to my color palette and where I'm choosing to put the colors. I always think of budget. Always think of budget. And then I think about the vendors, manufacturers, and the places that I'm gonna go to find those particular pieces. So with that being said, and now that you know my super big secret, I need you guys to let me see what you have designed, what you have done, and how you're using these tips to create the spaces that you want. Until the next video, see you guys.